What's up, YouTube? Black Feather Snipes back at you with another video. Today I wanted to show you guys a play that I found using crypto bubbles. It just appeared on the watch list. I'll just run to the charts to show you guys what I see from it. So this one is called Spark. As you can see, this is the weekly chart. So it's a few weeks old. It's exactly 5 weeks old. And the first thing I did when I looked at it was I drew a trend line. So connecting from the high of this candle, which was about 3-4 weeks ago, all the way down. It's a little bit clearer on the daily. As you can see, it touched right here, touched here, and then it touched back here in August 12th. So that's just a trend line that I drew. Then the next thing I noticed is that we were pretty much on support. So as you can see, when we broke past this level here, we pushed up, came back down, retested it, and then that's when we tested the trend line again, and it came back down. And we actually did a liquidity sweep, and now we're back trading in that box. And we're breaking out of that trend line. So just to show you guys what I mean by that, as you can see, you can draw a box, from pretty much here to here, and that's where most of the price action is. You can see it broke out, and then it came right back into this box. It broke down, and it came right back into this box. But when it broke down, it grabbed the liquidity. It took out this low of August 21st, took out that low, and then it came right back into the box, which is extremely bullish. That lets me know that it wants to push up, especially with it also breaking this trend line and closing above the 5 EMA. So this candle is going to close in the next about 3 hours. So I'm going to look to see what it does at that point before I decide whether or not to enter this trade. So now that I confirm that it looks good on the daily to look for entry, I'll go to the 15-minute chart. And as you can see, this is the box I drew. And once again, you can see even more clearly, on the 15-minute. So we just go up, you can see, I'll go back up to the start of the trend line. So we touched it there. And then this is that second point where we touched it. And these are 15-minute candles. So when we touched it here, we touched it once, twice, 3 times, and it came back down. And that was just with the wicks of the candle, not the body of the candle. We didn't close above it. And then we go to the third instance of when it touched it. And as you can see, it was flirting with it. And then we had a 15-minute close above it for the first time. And then in another hour, it closed back below it. And then we came back, touched it again, and pushed back down. So it was treating that line as resistance. But this time, as you can see, when we closed above it, you can see over here, this was the first candle. We had good volume on it. If you look down here, we had volume above average, but then the next subsequent candles were weak. On this one, we had above average volume, and then the next one, the next few were green, and way above average. So that lets me know that that's a legit breakout. It's not a fake out. And it looks like it's creating sort of like a bull flag on the 15-minute. So we just connect that to there. And I'll use a horizontal line instead of that. From here to here, about at that level, you can kind of see the bull flag. So we pushed up, and then we're just consolidating. And really, if we break this trend line, that would be a good entry to get into this play. So really, if we break, I would say this high over that trend line, then really closed above it, as you can see it's pushing down, that would be a good entry to get into this play. Right now it's up 36%, but just to give you guys a short-term price target, since this is a bull flag, what you can do is you can draw a trend line from the top or from the bottom to the top, and then what you can do is you can grab that and put it right there, just to give you a idea of what it can break out to. And if you do that from where it's at now, a price gain, that would be a price gain of roughly 46%. And this is just on the short term, because this is the 15-minute chart. If you go to the daily, as you can see, that kind of lines up. That would be the next level, really right to the body of this candle, because that's where price reversed. It came here, closed here, opened here, and then we reversed to the downside. So you can tell how that bull flag on the 15-minute chart aligns with resistance on the daily chart. So I fully expect it to go up 46% before we run into more resistance. And then, the next price target will most likely be, at this level right here. Then obviously we're going to want to test the highs. So from where it's at right now, that'd be 108%. Then the next one would be 188%. And when do you expect that to happen? This was, almost 3-4 weeks. So I expect it to get back to this level in another 4 weeks. So about another month, I could expect a 200% gain almost. Especially with momentum, growing. But yeah, that's what I see with this one. This is Spark or Illusion of Life. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you stay up to date with my content. And that's all for this video. I'll get back at you guys later. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.